I didn't hear you get up. Bills. Pizza. More pizza. Congratulations, Mr. Brian Taylor. How do they get my name? You have been pre-approved for a no-quibbles loan of £25,000. I think I was born yesterday. Any tea, Mrs. T? Oh dear, look at that. 50-inch plasma screen on a boat. World's gone mad. Why would you want a TV on a boat? Might as well stay at home. Oh, no. That is class. Black American walnut interior with cream leather trim. When we win the lottery, Mrs. T, and I do mean when, the boat we do our round-the-world sail on will have black American walnut interior with cream leather trim. What do you say?
Oh. Good.
Oh, don't mind about the mess. I'll clear it up. Is there something else the matter?
I'm fine.
Well, you're obviously not. If you don't tell me, I can't... Look, if it's something I've done,
I just didn't sleep very well, that's all.
And that's why you're crying?
I'm not crying. Look, I'm going to be late. I'll see you later.
Pardon me for not being telepathic.
Hello, Mr. Taylor.
Mrs. Bennett?
How long do I have the pleasure of your company for this morning?
I've told my boss I should be in a bit late.
What a lovely surprise. Shall we go through?
Well, hello there.
Hiya.
No need to ask you how your weekend went.
What?
You looked on it.
Do I?
Must have been good.
If I tell you the truth, you won't believe me.
Try me? No, let me guess. You spent the first half of the weekend smeared in chocolate and the second half licking it off.
Oh, what are you like? I should be so lucky.
Morning, is Julia in?
No.
Better get set up.
No, hang on.
What about Heston?
No, he's not yet. Good morning, Mill Health Centre.
Morning, Callum.
Morning.
Hiya. Keeping warm?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, love, miles away. Hello, Scarlett.
Thanks, Christine.
Morning, Karen.
Morning.
Good weekend?
Yeah. You?
Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Cherry must be doing something right to put a smile like that on your face. Well,
What?
what'd you get up to?
You know?
No. Oh, come on. I want to know how to make Rob that happy of a Monday morning when he turns up for work.
You don't really want me to tell you, do you?
Maybe not. Ooh.
Christine Taylor. I've had the results back from the neurologist. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The MRI scan is clear, but the EMG and the nerve conduction tests are as we feared. So we're looking at a diagnosis of progressive muscular atrophy, a type of motor neuron disease.
Right.
I am so sorry. I wish the news were better.
It's all right. think I knew deep down. The amount of things I've been dropping.
On the positive side, the onset of PMA symptoms is fairly slow, so we do have a lot of time to prepare for the future.
Okay.
But a decline is inevitable.
I see.
Feel free to ask any questions. We can arrange a follow-up appointment. We'll take this at your pace.
Thank you.
Do you think it would be useful if your husband came in so I could answer any questions he may have?
No, that won't be necessary, thank you.
I mean, it would be useful.
I'm not going to tell him.
With the greatest of respect, Christine, I don't see how you can avoid telling him. The symptoms of PMA are going to become more and more visible, at which point you're going to need a lot of help. Now, the NHS and the social services have their part to play, but we find that in most cases, the bulk of the care is taken on by the family, in particular the spouse.
I don't need his help. I'll be fine. I'll manage on my own.
There we go.
You've been waiting for me?
No.
Thank you. I think.
I'm all ears.
There's nothing to say, really. I'm probably just being over dramatic. It was a nice weekend. If you like curry and TV.
Well, Jimmy obviously does. He couldn't stop grinning this morning.
Really?
Cat that got the cream.
It was a nice weekend. I'm probably just being silly. It's not like anything bad happened.
But?
Well, nothing else happened. That's the problem. It was just a bit boring.
Listen, Rob always says he doesn't want someone that he can do things with. He wants someone he can do nothing with. And well, Jimmy's maybe the same. If you can enjoy a weekend together doing nothing, then that means you're really compatible. It's a good sign.
I'm 25. I don't want to be doing nothing.
We always dreamed about winning the lottery, as you do. Sailing around the world is his thing. And then when we won, I just couldn't tell him. I don't know why. Something stopped me. I thought I'd be elated, but I just felt sad. I think I knew all along that my illness was serious. I didn't let on. Things have got a bit stale between us. I guess I didn't want Brian to stay with me because he felt sorry for me. And then when this happened, made everything more complicated. Couldn't face the idea that he'd stay with me just because of the money.
So you've been carrying the cheque around with you all this time?
I'm scared.
Well, of course you are. I mean, that's understandable.
I'm scared he might want to sail around the world without me.
I see.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm confused. I shouldn't be telling you all this.
Christine, the money is a good thing. It will make an incredible difference to the level of care available to you. Now, I know it's not really my business, but tell your husband and try and enjoy the money.
Hello again.
Hiya, I've got an appointment with Dr. Bond at 1 o'clock.
Oh, take a seat.
Leslie, hey. Hey, Scarlett. Hey, how are you today?
You gonna say hello?
Oh, she's shy.
You can come straight through if you like.
Actually, would you mind keeping an eye on her for a minute while I just pop to the loo?
Yeah, of course, go ahead. Hey, how you doing? What we got here? Who's this? Little Miss Elephant. Can I have a look?
Oh, my Amy had one of those. As if she tore the ears off and painted it green. She was creative even when she was a toddler.
I think she wants her mummy. Should I give her back? Yeah.
Yes, it's me. What time are you on lunch today? Right. Why don't you come home for lunch? I've got something to tell you. I'll tell you when you get home. See you later. Bye.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that the thyroid results have come back as normal, so that's good news.
What about my palpitations, though?
I think at the moment we've got to assume they're anxiety-related, which, given your circumstances, is hardly surprising.
They don't do tablets for my circumstances, do they?
I'm afraid not. Things no better?
I bumped into a friend of Sam's at the weekend who said he's back in Leatherbridge. And apparently he's going round saying he wants his family back no matter what.
Meaning?
Exactly. I'm terrified every time the doorbell rings.
But he's not allowed to see Scarlett, not without supervision.
Will you try telling him that?
Look, if he comes to your house, he's breaking the law, you can call the police.
You don't know what he's like.
Is he still using cocaine? Leslie, if Sam is threatening to come back on the scene, you have to tell Najma.
You're joking, aren't you? She's worse than he is.
It is her job to look after Scarlett's interests.
What, by taking her away from me? No, seriously. She's got it in for me. She's got it into her head that I'm a bad mother and she won't let the facts get in the way. You should see her. She won't leave me alone. She's starting to make me feel guilty and I haven't even done anything wrong.
She might be less suspicious if you didn't lie to her. Look, no one is trying to catch you out here, all right? I happened to bump into Najma after I saw you last Friday. She said you told her that I'd examined Scarlett. We both know that isn't true.
I only said that to get her off my back. She was hounding me. I wasn't thinking.
I'm worried about the impression it gives Najma, that's all.
She knows that it was Sam that hit Scarlett. It's been proven, yet she still goes for me. I mean, how does that make any sort of sense?
All the same, lying to your social worker about anything is not going to help the situation.
Does she seem like a normal person to you? I mean, the way she carries on. You know me. Do I look like I would ever lay a finger on Scarlett?
No.
I get no more than 2 or 3 hours sleep a night, and then her on top of that, hounding me like I'm some sort of criminal. I just can't take it anymore.
All right.
I'm sorry if I got you into trouble. I was just trying to protect my daughter.
I know you were. Look, no one doubts that you love Scarlett more than anything in the world. But whatever you think of Najma, you have to follow proper procedures, tell her what's going on, otherwise it looks like you've got something to hide. Is there anyone you can go and stay with, just for a few days? I know it's not a long-term solution, but it might do you some good. Your mum or dad, are they around? Might they be able to take Scarlett just for a few hours, give you a bit of a break?
Yeah. They don't live in Leatherbridge, but I'm sure they'd love that. Don't know why I didn't think of it myself. It just goes to show you where my head is at the moment. Oh, look at me. I'm in a right state. I'm sorry about this.
Don't apologise.
It's just all this Najma business is sending me round the twist.
I know. There you go.
Hi, love. I'm back. What's the big secret then?
I've bought you a steak for lunch.
Thanks again for everything.
Not at all. Take care. Bye, Scarlett.
I don't know how she does it.
What with a drug addict father and an overzealous social worker, the odds of selling got stacked in her favour.
Really? You never know it.
Well, I think that's all to Leslie's credit.
I think they should give medals to single mums.
Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
Well, I wondered if you had come to a decision yet.
No, not yet, sorry. It's just I think Heston had some things that he wanted to think through over the weekend and I haven't had a chance to catch up with him yet.
Well, like what?
It's all right. Just because we haven't come to a decision yet doesn't necessarily mean it's bad news. Look, I'll talk to him when he gets back from lunch, okay?
Well, I wouldn't leave it too long. I might change my mind.
Christine?
Sorry. They said you were on your way back from lunch. I'm not trying to stalk you or anything. I just didn't know what to do.
Is everything all right?
I can't do it. I can't tell him. Will you do something for me?
Of course.
Take this. I don't want it.
Christine.
Please have it.
I can't take this.
Give it to charity. I don't care.
Christine, it wouldn't be appropriate.
Heston,
What I can do is help you talk to Brian.
have you got a minute?
Well, this isn't a good time.
It won't take long.
I'm with a patient.
Right.
Excuse me. I will talk to you later.
Well, I haven't got any patients after lunch, so perhaps we could do
Really?
it then. Yes.
So you could take mine.
I could.
Excellent. An unexpected home visit has arisen. Mrs. Taylor?
I can't believe you had all those tests done and you didn't tell me. I'm so sorry, love. I would have come with you.
I'm all right.
She won't be, though, will she?
Well, as I said before, we have to think in terms of Christine's care and making her life as comfortable as possible.
Will she have to go into a home?
Hopefully not, with specialist nursing and alterations around the house.
Don't worry. You won't have to look after me.
That's not what I meant, love. Anyway, I'm your husband. Of course I want to look after you.
I'll look after myself.
What are you talking about? How?
With this.
What's this?
It's a cheque from the lottery.
I can see that, but it's got your name on it.
Yeah?
Let's see. Oh, we won the lottery? Mark, it says September here. So we won the lottery in September? Well, why didn't you tell me? Is this some kind of wind-up or something? Why didn't you tell me?
Mr. Taylor.
Look, what's going on in your head, woman? First you don't tell me about these tests and now this. Am I going mad? This is not normal behaviour, is it?
I know you're upset, but don't underestimate what fear can do to a person.
I don't know where her head's at anymore.
Christine has been carrying the knowledge of her illness for a lot longer than she's letting on.
But I'm her husband, why don't she tell me?
Well, why do you think she hasn't?
We spent all our lives scraping to make ends meet, and now finally a good bit of luck, and she keeps a flaming lid on it.
Well, maybe you should talk to her.
It's not me that's being secretive.
Neither of you would be getting this upset if you didn't care about each other. If you really want to help her, you should be by her side.
I booked us a table at the Taj.
Again?
You said you liked it.
No, I do.
Just it gets really busy on a Saturday. I didn't want you to be disappointed.
It's only Monday.
Well, if you're not keen, we can stay in.
No. Look, you've booked it now. Let's go.
Sure?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Great. Oh, I forgot to book us our table. Right, I'll call him.
It's fine.
No. I know you like to sit by the fish tank. I'll call him.
I'm sorry, love. Shouldn't have flown off the handle. I was in shock. It's a lot to take on board.
Yes, it is.
Look, everything's going to be all right. It's good about the money, isn't it?
Isn't it?
What's this?
£2 million. I left the name blank because I don't know her surname.
Whose surname?
Who do you think? Hey, fancy pants next door, Angela. And don't insult my intelligence by denying it.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste your breath. I'm giving you permission to go. Have the money. I don't want it. Go and take her around the world in your black walnut boat or whatever it
You
is.
think I'm having an affair with Angela?
I should probably leave.
But you got it all wrong.
I'm giving you a get out of jail card.
Why don't you believe me? I'm not having it. Right. Come on, come with me. You two. Come with me. I'm not having this.
Hello, back already? Hello, Christine. Sorry about this, I've got a cold.
Can I have the garage key?
What do you mean?
Give me your garage keys, please, now.
Yes, of course.
There. You happy now?
I don't.
It was a surprise. For you. Angela let me use her garage so I could keep it a secret. I knew we'd never win the lottery. But I didn't want that to stop us living our dream. So, now you know. Have you got a pen?
What?
A pen.
Yes.
Thank you. Would you do me a favour? Would you post that to the hospice, please? I love you. I've only ever loved you. I don't care about the money. All that talk about the lottery lifestyle, well, that's all it was. Talk. I want to look after you. Will you let me do that? No.
What is it with men and curries? I only said I like the place to be polite. It doesn't mean I want to go there every Saturday.
He's trying to make you happy.
Oh, with a chicken booner, it's hardly romantic, is it?
Oh, you're talking to the wrong person here. If Rob bought me an onion bhaji, I'd get excited these days. It never takes me anywhere.
Maybe we're not meant to be together.
Don't be daft. You're perfect for each other. You're getting ahead of yourselves, that's all. This is your Martine McCutcheon.
Now what?
Your perfect moment. You're just getting to know each other. So, now's the time to shake things up a bit before familiarity creeps in. Listen, when you've been married for over 20 years and you've had to... No, I'm not going to say any more.
What?
No, look, you have got to shake things up a bit. Trust me. He's going to love it.
I just came over to say thank you for covering for me back there. You didn't have to do that.
You didn't tell me she was ill.
I didn't know it was this bad.
Well, where is she now?
She's having a nap.
So you thought you'd come over here? Classy.
No, it's not like that. I came over to talk.
Makes a change. Go on.
There's only a matter of time before Christine's totally incapacitated.
So what are you saying? Now she's ill, you feel guilty for what we did?
No.
Oh, don't tell me. Now she's won the lottery, you realise how much you love her.
Angela, you saw me give the money away. We were only having a bit of fun. We both knew it wasn't going anywhere. Look, why are you being like this, Angela?
Don't touch me.
Oh. You thought that... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, look, you've every right to be angry. I should never have let this start. I behaved like an idiot. Look, I won't blame you if you want to tell her.
Give me some credit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, just go. Take that stupid junk in my garage with you.
Why, oh why, do all of Heston's patients feel the need to tell you their life story?
Because they like him.
Where is he anyway?
Oh, he phoned in, said he was going straight home. I think he got delayed on a house call or something.
Great.
Is there a problem?
No problem. I was just hoping that maybe I'd be able to wash his car for him before I went home. Or maybe even iron his underpants.
Here we go, Mrs. T.
You don't have to make all this fuss, Brian.
Nonsense. I'm going to look after you from now on.
Oh.
And if this illness means we can't sail around the world together, then so be it. The world will just have to come to us.
Swansea Bay is sheltered from the prevailing wind by the rocks of the Mumbles.
No! Jerry, what are you doing? The patient could have seen you.
It's all right. It's after 6.
Ah, well, Julia then.
Oh, I'm trying to have a bit of fun. I wish I hadn't bothered now.
Sorry, it was just a shock. Come here.
Oh, so you like surprises then?
Kind of surprises.
Well, that would be telling.
Well, if it's the kind of surprise that I think it is, then yeah, I'm gonna love it.
Well, then maybe you should prepare yourself for a few more.
Oh. What have you got in mind?
Well, if I told you, then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? Shouldn't Jimmy be back by now?
I've been delayed on his house call.
But it sounds like his phone's off.
I want a prescription for the stronger sleeping pills.
No, you can take or not take whatever you want, but I'm the doctor here, and I'm not going to hand out prescriptions for something which goes against my clinical opinion.
You'll have all the drugs off you if you don't get out now.
Like it for drugs.